Well, hello and welcome everybody. This is Randy Replay, and it's everybody's favorite time of year. That is right, Minnesota Vikings football back here on the SSN. Now, Minnesota Vikings during this time have been having training camps, free practices, and all of that good stuff. We have played all 4 games of the preseason. It is, as you can see, won the last game 17-13, going 2-2 in the first 4 games of the Summer League, as it's called around here. But it's not all good for the Minnesota Vikings. We will start off the 2018-2019 season with very little depth, and we're going to get into all that very, very shortly. But first, we're going to take you through the team and all of the stats here in the preseason really quickly. For your quarterbacks, make Kenny Erickson, Stephen Campang to round out your 2018-2019 starting quarterback core. Now, this is not in any way a depth chart. We work on a rotation, so these guys could be filtered in and out, but it is known that Stephen Campagna will get the starting nod, I do believe. Running backs, Sam Gable, Aaron Moss, Daniel Hendricks, Justin Vanderschaff, Justin Sandman Vanderschaff, and Travis Parker. Your fullback is Matthew Peterson. Your wide receivers are as follows: Luke Slazewski, Jesse Peterson, Blake Letelier, Cameron Quick, Anthony Bisbee, Darian Wilson, Lou Wang, and Chris Kontorowicz, who is on the practice squad. We'll get into that momentarily. Tight ends, Travis Lee, Josh Gable, Luis Gonzalez. Your starting line, a little bit different. They made some moves here in the offseason. Anthony Costanzo, Richie Incognito, Corey Lindsley, Josh Klein, and Mitchell Schwartz. And we have traded a lot of draft picks away to get these guys in here. Left ends, Tevin Fair, Kevin Stark, Leo Neal. Right ends are Josiah Russell, David Arnold, and of course he is a member of the Vikings World Order, as all members of the Vikings World Order will wear a captain's, not really a captain's patch, but a VWO jersey tag on the back nameplate. Defensive tackles, Sean Clausen, Vincent Brown, Vinnie Brown, Richard Salthy, and Drew Ward. Your left outside linebackers, Ryan Bilo, Dan Nolte, Matt Peters. Middle linebackers, Danny Pickering, Jacob Pickering, Rashid Spinks, who has really showed through the preseason what he can do and will get a starting nod in Randy's eyes. And, of course, Justin Lewis rounding out your middle linebacker spot. Right outside linebacker, Scott Rethwell and Josh Fitzer. Cornerbacks are as follows: Zachary Anderson, Matthew Arnsdorf, Aaron Nelson, Robert Nichols, and J.J. Snell, of course, wearing number 1. Free safeties, Paul Fritchie, Jerry Myers, or Jerome Myers, however you want to put it. Strong safeties, Poi Tralomalu and Thaddeus Razoo. Kicker is Brandon Baker, punter Taylor Pauline. Our draft picks for the 2019 season: a 6 and a 7, so really nothing to be expected. And next year we have a 5, 6, and 7 as well, so not a whole lot to be done there. Practice squad is as follows: Terrell Oliver, defensive tackle, and Jeremy Lindsay. Of course, we had to add 3 players from the active roster to the practice squad, and these are the 3 that performed the worst in the preseason, giving their time. And Chris Kontorowicz, Cordia Tankersley, Derek Rivers, Duke Dawson Jr., Avante Collins, Danny Isadora, Micah Kisser, and Duke Ejo 4. Randy's not good at reading, so there you go. Coming up next, we will get into the stadium and just... That's not what I wanted. We will get into the stadium. We'll get into how much you're going to be spending here at the stadium this year for concessions and merchandise and tickets. Suite tickets will cost you a pretty penny at $4.75. Club tickets, $150. Mezzanine, $100. And upper level seats valued at $35. Your merchandise are as follows: Nike game home jersey, $90. Sideline dry fit t-shirt, $28. Not labeled yet, but your Nike Super Bowl t-shirt, $40. New Era 5950 fitted hats are $25. KO sweatshirts, $45. $60 for the N98 jacket. Your New Era knit hats for those cold winter road games, $15. And your New Era $39.50 Snapbacks are 25. Your jerseys, the Smeagol-Axberg jersey, 90. Your Kenny Erickson jersey, 100. Your Stephen Campagna jersey, 110. Your Daniel Henriks, 100. And your Justin Lewis, 100. Also, these are just the top 5 sellers through the preseason, so we're listing them. Your Smeagol-Axberg signed football, 250, and your Riddell mini helmet, $20. If you are coming out here for food, these are the prices for the 2018-2019 season. Family Friendly has been taken up by US Bank Stadium, and will serve potato chips for $1, fries for $4, hot dogs for $3, peanuts for $2, popcorn for $2, and soda for $3. Lowest prices in the league, save one of the Atlanta Falcons. Coffee, $4. Cotton candy, $3. Vanilla ice cream, $2. Soft pretzel, $4. Sandwich, $3. $4 for a shake. Blueberry muffin snow cone for a $3. Juicy Lucy Burger, the Minnesota staple, is coming in at around $6. Your onion rings are at $5. Chicken salad sandwiches at $4. And your Buffalo Wild Wings, $5. Your spare ribs and sauerkraut will be $5. Your nachos, $5. Fish sticks, wild rice, and pulled pork, all at $5. And your hot dish casserole at $9. Barbecue at $9. And your Minnesota State Fair turkey leg, $10. So we have a couple Minnesota classics here. Now for the bad news. This Minnesota Vikings team goes into the regular season with a grip of injuries. To start it all off, we're going to go with the length of injury first, and that will be that of Danny Pickering, one of the best linebackers here in the preseason. He is out 7 weeks. Paul Fritchie out 6 with a foot fracture. Travis Lee out 5 with a shoulder tear. Blake Letelier out 5 with a dislocated elbow. Scott Rethwell out for 2 with a shoulder tear. Same with Ryan Bilo. And then Travis Parker slated to play in the season opener, but they might hold him out just to make sure that dislocated elbow does not get re-exasperated. But this is the biggest loss. Danny Pickering, once we get the rotation set in, he will be sorely missed. He, I believe, led the team in tackles, if I'm not mistaken, and he had a very good preseason, so we will be missing him. Ed, we are just about ready to go. Preseason rather, in the books. Regular season coming up. Vikings and 49ers. Bobby Tuttle will be on the sideline giving analysis, and Randy Replay will be in the booth on the simulcast. We will see you in just a moment. Hello and welcome everybody. This is Randy Replay, Bobby Tuttle here live on the SSN. Today, the 49ers are coming to town as they face our home team, Minnesota Vikings. Hey, Randy Replay's a little rusty too, so far as everybody. It's 49ers and Vikings' first game of the regular season, and it's the home opener here at US Bank Stadium. Bobby, what are you feeling down there on the sidelines? Well, Randy, everybody is just excited. There's a lot of people here. We actually have sold out US Bank Stadium, the first game. We're not showing all the seats full, but you know how these season ticket holders like to sell their seats, or they go vacant. But guess what? The key to the game, throwing away from Richard Sherman. I'm just really excited here. I mean, you got to throw away from Richard Sherman, and you have to eliminate all of the turnovers. 14 interceptions here in the preseason for the Minnesota Vikings, and it's just. You gotta get rid of them. Back up to you. Well, right you are, Bobby. I mean, regular season jitters getting to everybody here, apparently. Minnesota Vikings have won the toss, have elected to defer to the second half. Brandon Baker going to put his right leg into this one as we are ready to get this season underway. And kablamo! There it is. Going to take it in the end zone for a touchback. Now we will meet the new starter of the San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo, or as he's known around my condo, Jimmy Garoppolo. There are his measurables coming into the regular season. Lots of throw power. Very accurate quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, these Minnesota Vikings after this week will work on a rotation, but just for this first week with all the injuries, we have to put the best product out there, and this is what the coaching staff believes it to be, as Jimmy Garoppolo will start off with, looks like Jerick McKinnon behind him. He will turn in the single set. Give it to McKinnon. McKinnon will run over through the middle up to the 26, gain of about 2 or 3. They're only going to give him 1, though, and here are the San Francisco 49ers starters. Across the front end, of course, Lake and Tomlinson before the game getting fired up. Here are the backs and receivers. Pierre Gausson, the mentionable there as well. So here we go. 2nd and 9, 7:48 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. The Minnesota Vikings will come out in their 3-4 base set against a triple stack to the right of Jimmy Garoppolo. He will turn. He will give it to McKinnon again. His second carry of the game. He will juke a lot and get about 8 yards, making it a 3rd and 1. Zachary Anderson in on the tackle as well. And now what do you do if you're the Minnesota Vikings defense? You got to buckle down, get this very good penetration here, and get this stop. Rozu will come up into the box. They have most of their defenders in the box right now. He will turn. He will give it to Juszczyk, and he will be tackled for a loss by Thaddeus Rozu. That will force a 3-and-out by the San Francisco 49ers. So a good start to a rather dismal Minnesota Vikings defense here in the preseason, despite going 2-2, letting a lot of things get behind the linebackers here. So here is Pignon. Punt will go to Robert Nichols. He will corral it at about the 10, and he gets some room to the right, and he will go out of bounds at about the 28, and that is where the new-look Minnesota Vikings offense featuring Stephen Campagna will take over. And we will get his measurables here in just a moment. There you go. High awareness, pretty good throw power, decent accuracy. Where this man really shines is on play action and throwing on the run. And that is where they will surely use him. We'll get the offensive starters here for the Minnesota Vikings momentarily, but first play from scrimmage is Vandershoff behind him in the I formation. He's going to throw under pressure. First pass of the 2018 season, and is picked off by Tart. Tackled by Luke Slazewski. Not the start you want to see. He felt the pressure, got out of the pocket, and made a poor decision there, but that is how the 2018-2019 campaign starts. So both defenses for both teams showing up early. And that's kind of the risk you run there, throwing it deep into double coverage. Richard Sherman there around the ball as well. So the Minnesota Vikings come out in their 3-4 defense against Juszczyk behind Jimmy Garoppolo in the single set. They do have a couple tight ends on the field, but the front... Oh, my goodness! What a hit by Rashid Spinks in the backfield, just leveling Juszczyk. Minnesota Vikings defensive starters for today's game. Tevin Fair, Sean Clausen, Vinnie Brown, David Arnold, of course, across the front end. Nothi Pickering Fitzer. And then backs and receivers, Zachary Anderson, Thaddeus Rozu, Jerry Myers, and Matthew Arnsdorf. One thing the team did not elect to do for the first game of the season is to announce their captains. They will be done the first road game next week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Jimmy Garoppolo looks left, throws left. It is caught by Garcon. Of course, he is the player to watch, and he jukes out of 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and gets out of bounds at the 26. Good for a 22-yard connection, and a San Francisco 49ers first down. Now, if you're Mike Zimmer, being a defensive-minded coach, you do not like to see that here, but it is what it is. Jimmy Garoppolo will take a minute to get up to the line, and here come the Minnesota Vikings. He will look left. He will throw left. Complete. J.J. Snell in coverage. That'll be another first down for the 49ers. It would be sad to see this first drive end in points, seeing as how we just gave them the ball here. Well, right you are, Randy. This defense is pressuring Jimmy Garoppolo here. Despite what you guys see, he's really getting back to the quarterback. It's just not in the right time. As you see, there's a missed tackle. That was something that they wanted to fix coming out of the preseason. So far, they did. As you can see, notable inactives for the Minnesota Vikings. Back up to you, Randy. Well, Bobby, some elite calls there. And right you are. They do want to eliminate the turnovers both on offense and get more on defense. But here is Jerick McKinnon. He's going backwards here, getting tackled by Jerry Myers, the free safety. That'll be a loss of a couple. That'll bring up a 3rd and 8 now. So here we go. Minnesota Vikings coming out in their, looks like, nickel package, where they have 4 linebackers and 2 defensive linemen. Here comes Garoppolo, and here comes Leo Neal. He gets his first sack, and the first sack of the 2018-2019 season. Gives the fans something to cheer for here. And that'll be 2 3 and outs, but the San Francisco 49ers within field goal range, and we'll see their kicker come on to attempt about a 37-yard attempt. Left hash. The snap upcoming. It is good. The spot is good. The kick is away, and it is also good on your Caribou scoreboard. San Francisco 3, Minnesota 0, 4:33 left to go here in the first quarter. And just like that, the Minnesota Vikings will get the ball back. Here he is, and boom, much like the second quarter will feature. Darian Wilson back to return this thing just about the 5-yard line. Darian Wilson will juke up to the 28. And that is where Stephen Campagna and company will get a second opportunity at a first impression. So the first play of the 2018-2019 offensive season went not as planned as he threw an interception. Here's his second opportunity. Again, play action. Looking across the middle, throws. It is an open Luke Slazewski. He will get the first reception, and he fumbled the ball! Luke Slazewski fumbles, 2 more falls on it, and that is another turnover on back-to-back drives for the Minnesota Vikings. Yet, Garoppolo under center. Jashushkiek behind him. Garoppolo looks left, throws left, caught, touchdown. Looks like, not sure of the tight end's name, and that'll make it 9-0 pending the kick. San Francisco over the Minnesota Vikings. So at home, this is not what you want to see. Snap down spot away. Snap down spot, good kick away. It is good. Stephen Campagna under center. He will give it to Vandershoff. Vandershoff will run. He'll get about 4 yards, and he is getting up and he's running to the sideline. So we're going to step away very shortly. We'll be right back. Minnesota Vikings football. So another costly injury here. Welcome back, by the way. They're looking at his right forearm very shortly here. Stephen Campagna under center. He will look right. He will throw right. Caught Jesse Peterson. Hold on to that ball, young man. And he does, and that is the first Minnesota Vikings first down and the first Baru that we hear, brought to you by Bud Light. 1 reception, 9 yards and a first down, and he does a little Michael Jackson 4-way. Jimmy Garoppolo in the pistol. McKinnon behind him as always. Gets the snap. He will look right. He will throw right, and that's a big completion down the sideline to Goodwin. He is gone. Touchdown. Beat the double coverage, and Goodwin scores a 76-yard strike. 2 tight ends to the right. And there's another interception. Looks right, throws right, intercepted by a diving, who is that? Richard Sherman. So he finally gets his interception, and that will cue more boos here. He's in the single back. He'll get the snap. Play action. Throw to a wide open Kittle. Again, he's got space. Down through the end zone, and another another touchdown given up by this Minnesota Vikings defense. Stephen Campagna throwing middle, caught Jesse Peterson, and he is slowly becoming one of the better wide receivers on this offense, and they're going to go no huddle again, keeping the San Francisco 49ers defense on their toes. Here are the Minnesota Vikings. Campagna sees nothing, so he's going to run off to the left side. He has room to run, and he's going to step out at the 17, avoid the hit rush of 16, and that will give the fans something to cheer about. Another Bud Light Baru coming across here for the Minnesota Vikings offense. Always good to see. I formation, Sam Gable behind Matthew Peterson, behind Stephen Campagna. Campagna gets the snap, turns, hands to Gable. Gable, another big run. Going to give him 7, bringing his total up to 26. 2nd and 4. I mean, it doesn't matter really at this point how it happens. You just need to get a touchdown. Stephen Campagna out of the shotgun. He'll throw middle of the field. First down, I do believe, to Sam Gable. Yes, indeed. And they will go no huddle yet again. Of course, calling an audible here. Gets the snap out of the shotgun. He will look. Throws to the right side. Caught. Touchdown! Okay, camera guy having a little trouble. Anthony Bisbee will score the first touchdown for your Minnesota Vikings in the 2018-2019 campaign. Wide open on the right side of the formation. And he uses his ability, his big body. Yep, that is definitely a touchdown. Just throwing Richard Sherman down to the wayside, as you can see. Jimmy Garoppolo in the near formation. He will turn. He will not give it. It's a play action. He looks right. He throws middle of the field. And it's a big completion to Goodwin. His second touchdown. And this secondary for the Minnesota Vikings defense, very, very suspect here in the early going. I don't care what it is. You just have to score again here. Keep the pressure on. He sees something left side. It's Luke Slazewski. Stephen Campagna's biggest completion and the biggest play from scrimmage today. Brandon Baker, spot down, kick away, and it is good. So the Minnesota Vikings brings it to 10. Losing big, need a score is correct. Jimmy Garoppolo under center. He will turn. He will another play action. Jerick McKinney. Josh Spitzer will bring down Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo brought down by Josh Spitzer, his first sack of the season. And defensive front of the Minnesota Vikings. The only complaint on defense, secondary. Jimmy Garoppolo will throw right, caught by Garcon, and that is another secondary big give up for a big flanked by Jerick McKinnon off to the left. It is 2nd and 5. He will call an audible as looking out to the right side of the formation. He will throw right. It's another caught Goodwin and another touchdown Goodwin. His third of the day. Thaddeus Rozu will bring him down, but he holds on to the ball. John Case Goodwin out of the equation. Stephen Campagna out of the shotgun gets the snap. Looks right, throws right, intercepted. Richard Sherman, his second of the game. Slazewski will go low on Sherman, and he's is Jimmy Garoppolo, who will get the snap now. He's throwing again for some reason. Taken down by David Arnold of the Viking World Order, and for some reason they call a timeout like they're going to lose this game. Snap upcoming. The spot is good. The kick is away, and hey, it's all good for the 49ers as they climb 44-10. And now Smeagol Axberg will come into the game. I mean, what have you got to lose? The starter didn't do too much. He did some good things, but why not see what you got? Maybe get some competition here. So Smeagol out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Looks left, throws left open. Jesse Peterson, he makes the catch. Then he holds on to it to the ground. 23-yard completion. Good for a Bud Light Baru. And we're going to keep this thing going. Smeagol giving the fans something to cheer about here at US Bank Stadium. Smeagol gets the snap. Looks, throws. Caught by Sam Gable, rather. Sorry. And he's going to keep this thing rolling right along. Sam Gable behind Smeagol in the offset shotgun. As soon as Luis Gonzalez gets set, he will, not make a throw. Armstead with the sack. And you really got to get your timing down on those screen plays there. Has a lob pass thrown to Darian Wilson, overthrown, and that will force a Vikings punt. That's a run. It is not, but Danny Jacob Pickering, will get the sack. Came in untouched. He knew exactly where the ball was, and he wants the Minnesota Vikings fans to cheer, and cheer they will. And now he's getting in Jimmy Garoppolo's face. Sorry, Smeagol out of the shotgun. Looking middle of the field, he has a wide open Darian Wilson across the middle. Big gainer now. He has 51 yards on the day. No. interceptions for him, knocking on the wood desk here in the broadcast booth. Smeagol out of the shotgun flank by Sam Gable to the right. He will get the snap. He will throw left side of the formation. Caught. Luke Slazewski separated from the ball. 1:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Jarek McKinnon behind Jimmy Garoppolo, a.k.a. Tom Brady. And it is picked up by Matthew Arnsdorf. The Vikings defense finally gets Randy Replay to go into outside voice mode. And Matthew Arnsdorf has the first interception of the 2018-2019 campaign for your Minnesota Vikings. Matthew Arnsdorf. Wowzers. Smeagol under center. Pulls the ball back early. Throws. Caught. Luke Slazewski held on to the ground. As this crowd is not shut up. Throws towards the end zone. Caught. Megan Peterson. Back shoulder. Touchdown. Vikings. Wowzers. Have you ever seen a fullback catch a back shoulder throw like that? On Richard Sherman, no doubt. The fullback, Matthew Peterson. Is he really going to pass in here on third down up? Looks like he is. Throws. And I don't know what he was doing, Jerry Myers. I'm almost over this. Jerry Myers. I'm as stunned as these fans are. Under center, Vandershoff behind him. He's got a 2 tight end set to the right. That'll be another Luis Gonzalez reception. DeForest Buckner will be the injured player on the field. Okay. Smeagol. And it's intercepted, but there is a flag. Hopefully this one is coming back. I highly doubt it. And, no! What a hit put out by Smeagol. Put him on the special team squad.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's coming back. Defensive pass interference, so the interception will go away. And the Minnesota Vikings will keep the ball. For some reason, they're boos. I think it's just the thing to do here in Minnesota. Throw. Batted away. Going for Luis Gonzalez, of course. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ooh, my goodness. You gotta have fun in these bad situations here. Cameron Quick checks in. Darian Wilson off to the far left of the formation. Smeagol out of the shotgun. He will get the snap. Throws right. Caught. Lou Wang. Oh my goodness. Everybody, Lou Wang has his first reception of his career for 18 yards. I mean, you really got to have fun with this game, don't you? I mean, the Minnesota Vikings in the red zone yet again. So, Smeagol will send Matthew Peterson, man in motion. Already has a touchdown reception here today. Throws towards the end zone. Gable. Diving reception. And that is the 3rd passing touchdown, 2nd by Smeagol for the Minnesota Vikings today. I don't know what you want to call it, but wowzers. What a catch. That was a catch indeed. You see him maintain possession all the way to the ground. Making most of his passes here today. Sans that one. Smeagol under center. Throws middle of the field. This one is caught by Slazewski. Stays on his feet. They'll go no huddle. Of course, they have to. So, Smeagol. Another shotgun play. And another Luke Slazewski catch. Call it garbage time. Call it whatever you want. You got to get something to the outside now. Hopefully stop the clock. Smeagol. And it is intercepted by Richard Sherman again. There's your dagger. 4th interception for Richard Sherman. I don't even know why you throw to the right side. And that will be the end of the old ball game. They Or 3, 2, 1. Put a knife in her. She is done. The Minnesota Vikings have fallen here, and to no avail, or surprise to anybody. Here's some highlights. Thaddeus Rozu's fumble recovery, Josh Fitzer's sack of Jimmy Garoppolo, Leo Neal's sack of Jimmy Garoppolo, and that is just about all you can do, as you can see. Outscored in every single measurable, sans rushing yards. We did edge them by a good amount. Hang your head low now, boys. Do some research, figure out what you did wrong. Come back next week, make it right. That's all you can do. As Smeagol turns around, looks back at the 50-yard line, and he shakes his head. And you really got a feel for this team. Let's get into it, huh? Shall we? 4-yard Minnesota Vikings. Smeagol somehow walks away with an 81.7 QB rating. He was 15 for 24. That is 62% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math or didn't look over here. 199 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and of course, the back-to-back 2 interceptions. Stephen Campagna, 51.4 QB rating, 13 for 23, 56% completion percentage, 151, 1 touchdown, and the 3 picks. I do believe you do start Smeagol next week. That is just me. I mean, Campagna might have had a bad day, and you might put him in there, see what he can do on the first drive or two. But I do believe at 5'11", he cannot really see over the defenders and the offensive line, so that really inhibited his performance today. Smeagol being 6'4", he could definitely see over those guys. That's just Randy's take. The coaches will do whatever they can to put their best foot forward. Rushing, obviously, Justin Vanderschaft got the bulk of the work today. 10 carries, 23 yards. When you go down so early, you have to abandon the run, and they did just that. Averaging just under 2.5 yards per carry at 2.3. 23 yards. Sam Gable, 3 carries, 26 yards. Stephen Campagna, 1 for 16. Statistically speaking, Stephen Campagna, the quarterback, was the best running back of the day. Receiving, Luke Slazewski taking over this game. 10 catches, 174 yards. With 45 of those coming after the catch. Luis Gonzalez in second place, 6 catches, 36 yards. Jesse Peterson, 5 for 58. Sam Gable, 2 for 10. Josh Gable, 1 for 12 and a touch. Matthew Peterson channeling his inner Randy Moss just like Josh Gable. 1 catch, 14 yards. Back shoulder over Richard Sherman for a touchdown. Darian Wilson just 1 catch, held quiet because he was on his side of the field, that being Richard Sherman. 1 catch, 22 yards. Anthony Bisbee, 1 catch, 6 yards. Caught the first touchdown of the Minnesota Vikings season. And after a couple drops, Lou Wang finally got his first catch for 18 yards. If we look at the drops, Lou Wang had 2, Darian Wilson and Luke Slazewski each had 1. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go into defense and look at total tackles. And it was Thaddeus Rozu and Zachary Anderson, the secondary, which didn't play really that well, taking the bulk of the total tackles, each at 7. Jacob Pickering had 6, Jerry Myers had 5, David Arnold had 5, Matthew Arnsdorf had 4, J.J. Snell, Rashid Spinks, Josh Fitzer, Son Klassen each had 3. Everybody else had 2 or 1. We got to get out of here, boys and girls. Tackles for loss, Thaddeus Rozu had 3, playing that strong safety to T. Sacks, we had 4 today by Fitzer, Neal, Jacob Pickering, and David Arnold of the Vikings World Order. 1 interception by Matthew Arnsdorf, returned for 3 yards. Kicking, Brandon Baker was perfect. 1 for 1, the only kick coming from 45. 3 for 3 on extra points. Punts, Taylor Pauline had 4 punts in the game. For 161 yard, netting 161. All of them going out of bounds. Kick returns, it was Darian Wilson, 10 kick returns, 283, averaging 28.3, longest of 42. Punt returns, Robert Nichols just had 1. That was in the beginning of the game. 1 for 16, longest of 16. We're going to get you back to the main screen where we will preview next week and get you ready for week 2, Minnesota Vikings. Once again, your Vikings fall. Let's see if we can see the score here. 47-24. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a moment. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. This is Randy Replay. So the Minnesota Vikings get their first loss of the season in the first week of the season. And it doesn't get any easier. We face the undefeated Green Bay Packers, who were undefeated in the preseason, mind you, 4-0. Oh boy. But we do get some help. We do have Ryan Below and Scott Rethwell returning from injury this week. And of course, Travis Parker, the rumbling, bumbling, stumbling running back, able to return this week as well. So as we look ahead, good things on the forefront. The team will make a decision on the quarterback and running back spots to see who is going to play in what position. But so far, I think it's going to keep Stephen Campagna in there for the first couple of series just to see if he can bounce back. And then Justin Vandershoff as well in there, seeing if he can bounce back. Oh my heavens! The Lions and Packers sit atop the NFC North 1 week into the season. And the Bears and Vikings, or Vikings and Bears in that order, sit in the bottom of the division. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings fall to the 49ers at home 47-24.